With Deuteronomy again, chapter 6. And we're with Moses. It's speaking to the new generation. He's kind of brought them up to speed from the time they left Egypt, reminding them of what had taken place and the laws, and going over some things to prepare them to go into the promised land. But mostly the bottom line is he's wanting to remember the miracles that he performed, and for them to take those into the new land, which they're going to have to use, because they're going to have to fight their way through some of this, and because they're getting into a country that's got a bunch of heathen nations, idol worshipers, and he's trying to prepare them for that, to make sure that they don't get tangled up with them and fall into Satan's trap. We know that the one that's read the story knows that's not going to happen, because they kind of fail again. But in chapter 6, talking about the great commandment, he touched on some of the 10 commandments the last time we met. And he goes on and says in verse 1 there, "Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which the Lord your God commanded to teach you, that you might do them in the land where you go to possess it." The prosperity of the nation of Israel depended upon them keeping the commandments. But the whole idea is that it depended upon their obedience to the Word of God. And that's why he's going through that with them. And do you think maybe even today our blessings depend upon our obedience to God? It's still a play, isn't it? Then he goes on and says that you might fear the Lord your God, to keep all his statutes. I want to back on that word fear. Let's kind of look at that in another way. We know that the fear in that is reverence. And what he's really saying here, that they really to reverence God enough to keep his commandments. And I think that's the same way as we are too. That we are to reverence God, that we want to keep the commandments for what he does. So he says that you might fear the Lord your